You know, the summer slowdown and inflation might be hurting your earnings, but don't pay full price at the gas pump. Download the Upside app and enter RIDE35 to get 35 cents off a gallon. Link's going to be in the description below.
Let's go to the news article that you wrote when it came to driver earnings. Are these the worst driver earnings in the last 3 years?
Yeah, they are. So I've been writing for RSG for like 4.5 years, right? And then I put all my screenshots in there. I call it the way I see it. I analyze my numbers. I look at my utilization rate. I look at the 4 matrix that I've written a million times about, my earnings, online hours, active hours, dollars per mile, door-to-door hours, any freaking which way you can look at earnings. I look at it because I want to be profitable. I don't want to just willy-nilly drive. So a couple of weeks ago, I did like 30 trips. People always say, oh, it's not a big data sample size, this and that. I go, yeah, when I do a big data sample size like Uber's take with 800 rides, they go, oh, that's too much. I'm like, I can't win, but I don't care. I don't care.
Well, people want to complain about anything.
Yeah, I don't care. At this point, I'm like covered in Teflon. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I did this article. I'm shocked. I mean, my numbers are trash. 3-4 months ago, especially last year, from what they were to what they are today, it's half. Literally half. So last September, October, November, $55, $60 an hour online time, $2.50 per mile minimum, easy money, right? Why? Because Uber was showing me the money. Lyft was showing me the money even. Now,
you got the CBRs,
CRBs, bonuses. Surge was plenty, 20 hours a day. Now Surge is maybe a couple hours a day. That means two things. We did, we did that oversaturation video. That was like stupid views, right? There are too many drivers out there, way too many drivers out there. So I'm splitting the pie with same pie. The pie hasn't grown. The demand is still the same. But now I'm splitting it with another 50 people around me as opposed to 5. So what happens to my utilization factor? Utilization factor, by the way, is people, your online hours and you take your active hours. Basically, active hours means you got a request, you're on your way to pick up and finishing the ride. So that's your active hours. Online hours is you click on the app, you're sitting on your butt. That's your online hours. So if you take the active hours divided by your online hours, you're going to get a percentage. So September, October, November, as everybody knows, with a passenger in the car, wheels turning is when you're making money. You're not making money on the way to pick up the passenger. In some places, they're paying you for long pickup and this and that, but California, LA is not one of those places. My utilization factor from being 98% is down to 62%. Now, what does that mean? That means about 36 minutes of the time of the hour, I have a passenger in the car or I'm on my way to a passenger versus 98% of the time. So boom, automatic decline in earnings. That's simple right there. Another reason, bonuses are history. Quests are being cut like nobody's business. This week, I've had the worst quests that I've seen. I always do the minimum. It's 30 trips for $40. Not a freaking chance I'm doing 30 trips for $1 extra. Bro, what's $1? Buck is like, it's not even worth anything these days with inflation. So yeah, I had my worst earnings. And then, to be honest with you, when I read some semi-controversial articles, unlike the take rate, I think that got more comments than ever. Because for some reason, by the way, the blog is kind of taking a stepchild kind of a thing to the YouTube channel. On the blog, you used to get so many more comments. A lot more people used to read the thing, right? Now, I guess people are too tired. They don't like reading anymore. They just like watching things, right? So to me, getting 19, 20 comments on an article now is like huge versus, because if you look at all the articles on our blog, which I think is fantastic, people go read these things, you'll learn stuff. like 0 comments on 99% of them. I'm like, what is this? Nobody's reading these things? And I don't know. But this one, worst earnings since 2019, because 3 things are exactly the same as they were in 2019. Oversaturation. Yeah, people go, why is there oversaturation? Is it the economy? Is it desperate people trying to put food on the table? I don't blame them. They got to do what they got to do. I can't get away from them, though. That's the goddamn problem. I can't get away from them. Because every time I reposition myself, there is another 10 drivers in that corner. I'm like, I'm not going to dead miles and miles to just find myself a spot with surge, possibly. Never chase the surge anyway. So oversaturation, lower incentives. As we know, certain weeks, incentives are 30 up to 40% of a driver's earnings. And that's the variability of this issue. It's not up to your control, people. It's an algorithm that decides, okay, Sergio gets 20 trips for 80 trips for $100 this week. Oh, next week we'll give him 80 trips for $300. I'm like, what changed? You like me more? Why do you like me more this week? So all quests throughout the country, I'm in touch with a lot of drivers around the country. They're all complaining about the same thing.
Yep.
The quests incentives are gone. And the base rates are the base rates. The base rates have not changed. We did a video about that too. The IRS deduction is higher than a lot of cities' base rates these days. So if you're going to drive on base rates of 60 cents, 58 cents, 62 cents a mile, with no surge, no incentives, what do you expect? Your earnings are going to go down, just like mine did. So I'm like, I hope it changes, but I doubt it because these.
And you know, same here. I'll send you the screenshots when you know how you get the text message and it tells you like, oh, you could, if you sign on during this time. So mine goes, it starts at 28 an hour. Oh, and remember, this is 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. time. So beyond that, who knows how low it would have been
12
when they're talking about it or how they're figuring it comparatively to all drivers in the market. Then the following text, it says 26. It's not 39 an hour for 20 hours or more. I don't know. The following text that I get doesn't even have a number in there. It just says Saturday through Sunday is expected to be busy between 12 and 3. They don't even give you. And then the next one is 23 an hour. So like those, it just shows you, it goes like even $5 an hour is a massive decline.
That's 20%.
Yeah, that's huge right there.
What are you talking about?
So you're seeing that, you just see it drop over and over. And again, it's the saturation.
All right, thanks for watching. That short little clip was from our live stream, Show Me the Money Club with Sergio and myself. Tuesdays, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you subscribe, turn on all notifications so you'll be notified when we go live, as well as all of our awesome content. Make sure to check out this video right here, which will take you to the entire live stream, or check out this video right there. All right, drive smart, everyone.